We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will boot it away to start the game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fears the pressure. Still looking, on the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
So now it's 2nd and long. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now, the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Scanning the field, it's Dotson. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
All right, great little run there. Listen, he wasn't going to get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. The spin, still on his feet. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense...
It's a running room. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the 1st down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Craven. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And I tell you what, this is part of the field. Once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. On the run, it's Moulton. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
To the air, it's Dotson. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Pass pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge...
Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, this off, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
They'll test the right side. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Dotson. Going to take a shot at this DB. Brings it down on the right side. They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. So first down here as they go back to work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snagged out of the air. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
The Hawkeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Now the play fake. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and...
Ernie on the Jets. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Under fire. Complete to the right. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking to pass. It's Dotson. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. defense is their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players, but these guys got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. With the catch, it's Williams. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got the first down, looking for more. He's at the touchdown! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the right. It's caught. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Dotson. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown time. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The sure hands, it's Gill. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Hawkeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And after that last sack, man, you can just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Hawkeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Back to throw, it's Dotson. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's turning it loose into the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Miller with the ball. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Didn't exactly flip the field, but they'll down it just outside the 40. Here comes that Alabama offense. To the ground with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. To the air on first down. for 6. Trying to find the end zone. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! Fit it in the window for the score.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Simpson. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off play action. Moving away from pressure. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they're going to get lit up just like that.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Rush is on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Got it looking for a first. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Back to throw, it's Simpson. He lets one fly deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
On the run, it's Moulton. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Bringing the heat. Going for the big play. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Might be calling a hot route. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Dotson. Fires to the big fella. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming in.
Looking to take a shot. He's got it at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll run it again. Picks up the 1st down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Running into the open space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, get him on the ground for no gain.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Moulton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him